Hey guys, this is Pioneer coming to you for the first time today. I am coming to you because the Lord has really placed this upon my heart to do so. I have always been a believer for as long as I can remember, way back to being a little girl. However, since about October, the Lord has really been working on me and refining me and molding me and shaping me into really where He wants me to be and the person that He wants me to be to serve His kingdom. So there have been many things, and I'm not sure when He's going to want me to share that or if He'll ever want me to share that. So I'm not going to share all of that at this time, but I am going to just let you know that I am going to come to you with words from the Lord. Basically, since about mid-January, the Lord has been waking me up. I say the Holy Spirit has been waking me up about 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, for years and years and years, far back as I can, at least middle school, high school, whenever I would get woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning, sometime between the 3 or 4, I always knew that I was supposed to pray for someone. So if it was someone I had just dreamed about or someone that came to my mind, then I would pray for them when I would get woken up during that time period. And then it got to the point that it happened so much that when I woke up, I didn't just wake up dreaming about someone, or if I did not have somebody's name on my mind, I would ask the Lord. I'd say, Lord, who do you want me to pray for this morning? So then, when all of this stuff started happening in October, the Lord started waking me up at about 4 something and having me read my Bible. So I would wake up and I'd say, okay, what do you want me to read today? So I would read. Sometimes it was only a few sentences, sometimes it might be longer. So I would just read until I was told to rest. Well, then mid-January, so that was from October to January. So in mid-January, the Holy Spirit started waking me up and saying, write. And so the very first time that this happened, I woke up at 4 o'clock and I heard write. So I thought, okay, I'll do that. I got up and I went to the bathroom and I was headed back across the house, and my husband I woke up my husband. So I went and lay back down by him for a minute, and I was thinking about where I was going to write, what I was going to write, all these type of things. And I had just placed the day before a notebook next to my bed because one of my friends told me to start writing down my dreams because I had been dreaming a lot. So I had just placed a brand new notebook next to my bed. So I thought that's what I was supposed to write in. And then I heard, no, get a new one. So I'm like, okay. So about 4:30, I get up, I go into my office, and I pull out a brand new notebook, and I started praying to the Lord. And I asked the Lord, I said, I'm not sure what you want me to do here or what you want me to write. I'm not a writer. I'm not poetic. I do not even like to write. I do not enjoy writing. I don't enjoy journaling. In fact, I pretty much hate even looking at my own handwriting. So I said, I'm giving this up to you, Lord. Whatever you want me to do with this, that's what I'm going to do. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I just die to you today, and I will be a vessel for you. And so I heard write, and so I just started writing. So that was my very first word from the Lord. I really didn't even know much about words from the Lord until just recently. I didn't know those kind of things existed. I didn't know that happened to people, and the Lord just started, I guess, preparing my heart. I started picking up on people saying things, or on television, or YouTube, that people had these kind of experiences. The very first one was very precious to me, and I had a really, really hard night the night before, and just really dealing with some things that have come up in my life. And many of you, I'm sure, who are in the Lord, when you first get in the Lord, or get in that relationship with the Lord, or as He's really working on you to bring you in a closer relationship, sometimes that can cause struggles with other relationships around you, especially with those that are not in the Lord. So I was really having a hard time the night before with just, I think it was just everything was finally coming to a head of all the things that had been happening for a couple of months. So I was just really pleading with the Lord and crying before I went to bed. And so when I received this message, I was just crying and in tears, and it felt so intimate and so personal that I thought, He's just doing this for me because He knew my heart and He knew how much I was struggling. I didn't even think about it being for anyone else. And so I told the Lord, I said, I am going to talk with my friend later today. And she's very gifted, very prophetic, very in tune with the Holy Spirit and the Spirit's prompting and talking with her. And so I said, I'm going to share this with her later today, and I want you to validate that this is for me through her, so I'll know and I won't feel like a crazy person. Because I had never had such an intimate relationship with the Lord before, and I honestly wasn't quite sure. I mean, I knew, but yeah, don't we all want to throw our fleas? Don't we all want it validated? So anyway, so I talked to my friend later that day, and I said, I just want to read you something. And she knows that I'm always, having devotionals, reading devotionals, and just different things from different people. So, I figured she probably wouldn't think anything about it, that it would come from me or anything. So I started reading it to her, and I finished, and she said, that is from the Lord. I said, yes, it is. And she said, read it to me again. And so I started reading it to her again, and she said, that is the exact same title that the Lord gave me for my first word from the Lord, because she had just experienced a word from the Lord a few months prior, which I didn't even know that until she told me. I didn't know that I knew she had been communicating with the Lord, but I did not know to what extent or for how long, because that had been kind of personal for her. And so I told her, I said, when I finished writing, I thought, I would write down my title to my notebook. And I heard a love letter. So I thought, okay, maybe that's what I'll title my notebook. And then I started to write it as the title of my notebook. And I heard, no, that's the title of what I just gave you. I thought, oh, that is so special. That is really neat. So I titled the first word from the Lord a love letter. And then I titled my notebook a word from the Lord. So when I told her that, and she told me that was her first title as well, I knew, that was confirmation in my heart that this really was the Lord speaking to me and how special it was. And so she said, when you receive a word from the Lord, you're supposed to share it. I said, no, didn't know that. Never thought about it. Just thought that was intimate. Thought that was, I told her about my experience the night before. I said, I think this is just for me, and He's just trying to build me up and really help me through this. And she says, no, when the Lord gives you a word, you're supposed to share it. So I said, okay. I said, I'm always posting scriptures, constantly, every day posting scriptures on one of my resources where I just type out scriptures, but it has nothing that I create. And so she says, I think you need to do that. I think you need to post there every day your word, just like you do those other scriptures and stuff to encourage people. I said, okay, I can do that, because people are already familiar with me doing that, and so and using that resource, so I'll do that. Well, then she says, I tell you what, she knew I was going to be meeting with another one of my very I would say spiritual friends, and so she knows I'm going to be meeting with her for lunch. So she said, I tell you what, why don't you do the same thing with her that you did with me, and that might give you some confirmation on what sources you're supposed to use. I said, okay, because I knew she had done some YouTube things, and I knew that was like way out of the box for me, way uncomfortable, and nothing that I would do. In fact, I told her, I said, there is no way I would ever do YouTube. I will never post on YouTube. And she said, never say never. And boy, was she right? Because here I am. Anyway, so later that day, I met with two of my friends for lunch. And after we had lunch, I told my friend, I want to talk to you for a minute. And so we went out to her car, and I said, I got to read this to you. I want to get your feedback on it. So I read it to her, and she's like, oh, that's from the Lord, isn't it? I said, yes, it is. And I said, I've never experienced anything like this before. And she said, well, she goes, have you posted it yet? I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, you're always posting scriptures and things like that. Why would you not have posted this? I said, well, I didn't know if I was supposed to. And so I explained it to her and explained my feelings to her about, my reasoning and thinking and it being intimate and all. And she said, no, you're supposed to share this. You're supposed to share this with people. So what did I do? I came home and I typed it up and I shared my first word from the Lord with the public. And it was scary. I was very nervous to do that for the first time. I didn't know what kind of feedback I would get, and I didn't know how my family would take that and so forth. So, but I did it. I didn't say it was for me. I just posted it, and I figured, well, I'll just let the cards fall as they may. So I've been doing that now. Yesterday was 21 days, so today is my 22nd day in doing this with the Lord, for the Lord. So, but in the past, I'd say week and a half, the Lord has really been calling me out to put these on YouTube, and I have fought him tooth and nail because it is not something that I want to do or I feel comfortable doing. So please be very kind to me because this is new, but I feel like the Lord wants me to do it, and so I went ahead and created a couple of days ago my page. And I thought, well, maybe just in obedience, all he really wants me to do is create the page, but maybe I'll get lucky and I won't actually have to do anything with it. So I created a page, and then I have been feeling every day that I am supposed to do this. So anyway, here we go. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on kind of me and the journey I've been on the past couple of months, and I don't know what the future holds for me or for this page in my walk with the Lord, but I guess now we're on this journey together. So I just want to post a small testimony first, and then I will start posting my words from the Lord. So I'm not sure how he's going to have me do this, if he's going to have me to just do the first 22 all pretty much at one time, or one a day, or what. So I'm just going to run with it and do what he allows me to do, and we'll see what happens.